So I asked TikTok to choose my very first luxury designer handbag, and the people have spoken. Back in July, I started a series on my TikTok, which was a little bit of a social experiment where I quite literally asked my audience what they thought my first luxury designer handbag purchase should be. I let them know my criteria, which was I was looking for a bag that could potentially go crossbody. I wanted it to be from a brand that I liked and had some sort of a connection to, as well as I wanted it to be a bag that I could wear on trips to nice occasions. And lastly, it had to be an entry-level designer bag. So no, it unfortunately was not going to be an Hermes Birkin, y'all. I know, y'all wanted it so bad, but it was not going to be a Birkin. But if you're feeling generous, DM me and I will be accepting Birkins anytime. Hi, my name is Naheemah, and welcome back to Looks by Naheemah. So what I gathered from that experience is that no matter what, I had to see the bags in person so that I could make my final decision. This was not going to be something that I could just purchase online, especially because I feel like for anyone's first designer handbag, you want that in-store experience. You want to be wined and dined and pampered, and best believe I was, especially in Tokyo, Japan. But we're going to get to that very, very soon. Because of fate, it just so happened that literally 1 week after my birthday, I was going on a first international trip to Tokyo, Japan. If you guys aren't already familiar, the yen right now is kind of weak. So that means that if you buy designer in Japan, you're able to get it for hundreds of dollars cheaper than you would here in the United States. So I was like, say less. Let me wait to buy this bag while I'm in Tokyo. And of course, I knew that they were gonna have quite literally every single designer brand that I wanted to, because here in Portland, unfortunately, they do not. I was able to visit Bottega.
Starting with Bottega Veneta, y'all would not get up off my neck about this Andiamo bag, and I totally agree with you guys. This bag is absolutely stunning, so I definitely wanted to check out the beautiful intrecciato weave in person, as well as seeing whether the small, medium, or the large suited me best, and personally, I think it's the medium.
I was able to visit Valentino.
One of the first bags that I saw that I loved was this Vloggo Moon Hobo bag. This is what it looks like, scrunched up bag. It's just like absolutely stunning in person, and I really loved it in the red color. Then I zeroed in on the Laco shoulder bag silhouette because it felt very practical and timeless, but it needed a little bit of pizzazz. So this one with the crystal embellishment was calling my name. That being said, I got a little bit distracted looking at the shoes. I am a huge fan of the Valentino Rockstud collection. I was like, Naheemah, focus. And then I saw these two. Like, are these not a match made in heaven?
I was able to visit Prada.
So I specifically went to the Prada in Shibuya, which I think is really important to mention because I don't think the selection in this store is a great representation of the vibe that I was kind of going for from Prada. Of course, I was looking at the nylon re-edition bags, which I'm glad I tried out in person because I don't think they are plus size friendly shoulder bags. Happy self over to Prada Ginza, and I got straight to business. And by business, I mean the crystal bags. As you guys know, I've been pretty much going all over Tokyo trying to find these Prada crystal bags, and I finally found them here at the Ginza store. And as beautiful as the shoulder bags were looking, and specifically the one with the chain, I really was obsessed with the idea of these Clio bags. And they didn't disappoint. They had the black one, which was the exact one that I was looking for. They also had the black with the silver crystals. And to tell you the truth, something about these crystals look so much better in person than they look online. But the issue was the more that I was looking in them, it was too small. And by small, I mean thin. Fear could only fit like a lip gloss, my phone, and my thoughts and prayers.
And of course, I went to Saint Laurent.
Now onto YSL in Roppongi Hills. They by far had the best selection. And first off, I had to try on this Akari shopping bag. I know y'all already ate me up in the comments when I told y'all I was trying to get this bag. And I was trying to explain to her that I wasn't going to actually purchase this bag. I just wanted to try it on. But she did actually end up showing me that the bag can transform, which was a detail I did not know. So I don't care what anyone says, this bag is definitely staying on my wish list. I can style it in so many different ways. But now on to more serious conversations, having to start with the Lulu bag. This is such an iconic bag for Saint Laurent, and I really wanted to try it in this smaller size, and I really liked that it can go crossbody on me. Just so you guys can see the size comparison between the small Lulu and the larger Lulu, I think the small is perfect for me, but the larger one, you know, obviously can fit more things, but it's obviously going to be more money. And she gagged me when she brought out this cream version, you guys. It looks so good in my outfit, especially my Sam Edelman crystal flats. So thus, I went on to a silhouette that has so much history with me. This is the wallet on chain. This is the bag that I've been wanting for, honestly, over 5 years. I'm someone who loves small bags and just carrying my essentials. I love the concept of literally just a wallet on chain. But then she brought out the cape. And I don't know if it was just the outfit that I was wearing today, but you guys, this bag looks so so good in store. Specifically the gold hardware, like I was like, my diamonds are dancing. Like, can y'all see how well it matched with my gold jewelry? It was just eating.
And I ultimately decided to make my first luxury designer handbag purchase be a YSL bag, which ends up actually being a beautiful story because Yves Saint Laurent is actually one of my favorite designers of all time. Quite literally, I remember being a college student in Los Angeles back in like 2019, visiting the YSL store on Rodeo and literally telling myself, I will own a YSL handbag one day, just be patient. And of course, I didn't realize that that day would be coming relatively soon, especially considering that I was able to purchase this handbag on my own with my own hard-earned money. So I'm incredibly proud of myself. I know. You guys are wanting to see what the heck is inside this bag. But I gotta let you guys know which bags I had to choose between. I was between the Lulu bag and a Kate bag. These are two very classic bags from YSL, and honestly, that Lulu bag is so stunning, but that price tag, that was not entry level enough for me. And honestly, the Kate bag was so classic. But even with the Kate bag, there was so much choice. I could either go with a silver hardware, I could go with gold hardware, or of course they had the tassel options. With those three choices and one of those options, of course, being in this bag, I would love for you guys to tell me which one of those three you think I got in the comments right now. You only get points if you comment right now. Now, let's go ahead and unbox this bag and show you guys which bag I ended up purchasing. Usually you would have to throw away this bag, but I was like, no, I'm keeping it. So it's a little bit beat up, but trust me, the bag is totally fine inside. I have not opened this up at all because I wanted to do this for the first time in front of y'all. Beautiful packaging. Oh my God, I love the bow detail. I'm so sad I'm gonna have to open this. Guys, everything is just so matte black and gorgeous. Like, I'm trying to be like careful with it. Wait, let me do this delicately. Of course, it comes in the gorgeous YSL dust bag. Guys, this is the first time that I'm seeing this bag back in the United States as well. Guys, as you guys can see, I ended up going with the gold hardware without the tassel. Gorgeous leather bag. Let me go ahead and take off all the bobs and bits so you guys can really see this bag. And I'm gonna extend it so you guys can really see the strap and what we're working with. So what I love about this bag is that you can wear it like a crossbody bag, and I'll demonstrate that in a moment. But you can also double up this strap and wear it as a shoulder. And this is chiefly what I was wanting out of my first luxury designer handbag purchase, with something that can be versatile. With the fact that I can wear it as a shoulder bag and as a crossbody bag is amazing. So I'm gonna show you guys this bag up close. As you can see, we have the gorgeous YSL and their gold hardware, beautiful, shiny. And you also have the gorgeous matching gold chain, and this is that center bar detail that says Saint Laurent on it, so you can kind of find the center point when you wear it on your shoulders. I'll throw up the details on the screen. When you open up the bag, it has all this amazing room inside, and it does have its own flap in there so you can keep like all your cards and everything. They included this, yes, I will be wiping my glasses with a YSL handkerchief. Thank you very much. I can see myself wearing this with so many different outfits. Even though I'm wearing silver hardware right now, which I'm a neutral skin girly, so I can wear gold or silver, I tend to lean a little bit more towards gold. And I specifically felt like the shine of the gold fabric against the black leather was giving the most luxurious vibe. So that's why I went with this bag. Now, if you're wondering why I didn't go with the tassel, yes, I do love a little razzle dazzle, but honestly, I'll insert the video. I just felt like the tassel was hitting and swaying a little bit too much. I was worried that it was gonna get caught on some of my more sensitive fabrics that I was wearing, and it would be a little bit of a distraction, whereas I felt like I could literally wear this bag all the time. Ideally, I want this to be not necessarily like an everyday bag, but a bag that I can wear with many, many different outfits. And as you guys can see, it's a very, very classic bag. I think I can do that. huge shout out to my SA at Saint Laurent in Tokyo, Shibuya. She was incredibly gracious and patient with me while I was going through all of the bag options. She was letting me know the benefits of each bag, and she really helped me with the conversion rate, which was a little bit confusing. So I was actually able to get this bag for $400 cheaper in Japan than I would have if I was buying it in the US. It matches with so many different pieces, and you guys, I'm so excited. I think this bag might be making its debut at New York Fashion Week this February. As you guys can see, I'm back on YouTube, so be sure to let me know what kind of content you guys want to see from me. I make fashion and lifestyle content. If you guys have any questions about the fashion industry, what it's like to be a personal stylist, please let me know in the comments and I would love to answer that. You guys, I'm gonna go ahead and speak it into existence. This is gonna be the first of many luxury designer handbags that I'm able to purchase for myself. Glory be to God. So as always, see you guys next time. Bye.